of which, you know, you've come a long way. You've been inducted as the WWE Superstar Hall of Fame as of 6 April. Congratulations! Wow!
You get him shot at right there.
Wow!
That's the ring right there.
What was that like at WrestleMania, man? Especially having your brother inducted.
Yeah. It was special. You know, especially when my brother inducted me into the Hall of Fame. It was special.
What was your influence? I want to know because you incorporated a lot of kicks into your style.
Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay.
You know, watching a lot of movies like Best of the Best. I never took karate or anything like that. You know, but wrestling is one of those things. And I tell my students, you know, you really don't have to know how to do it. You just have to act like you know how to do it. I could actually act like I could do it. You know, so that's what I did all throughout my career, and that's really you know, one half of the game right there.
Throughout your career, I gotta ask you, how many spinneroonies have you done in the wrestling ring? Actually, you know what? In the wrestling ring and off the wrestling ring.
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been doing the spinneroony since I was probably about 16. And the thing is, I don't know how many I've done, but I can tell you my last one was at the Hall of Fame. And it was crazy because I didn't want to do it. My brother pretty much made me do it. Yeah. And I go out and I do spinneroony, and that floor was so hard. It was the hardest floor I think I've ever done a spinneroony on. And I messed my elbow up. And I had to have surgery on my elbow.
From spinneroony. After all the bumps you taken and then
out of all the times I've gotten beat up, you know, hit with steel chairs and everything, the spinneroony took me out.
One thing you had a big following with here was King Booker. Everyone, I don't know, Malaysians seem to be able to relate to that for some odd reason. Yeah. Are we ever gonna see that character again or shades of it? I love the way you spoke.
You know, the thing is, I think something like that could only be done once. I don't think you can get away with trying to recreate it, you know, trying to go back into the past or anything. King Booker was something that was unique. It was different. It was my creation. It was something that I always wanted forevermore. You know, this was my thing when I became King Booker. I said, whenever somebody after me win the King of the Ring, forevermore, it could be 50 years from now, the first king they're going to think about is King Booker, because he was the best king out of all of them. Out of all the kings, I think I was the best king that ever won the King of the Ring, just because I was actually a real king.
Okay, now a lot of going back to the question just now, a lot of Malaysian smaller sized people. Now, if they wanted to learn wrestling, what would you advise them, especially for the kids growing up here? I mean, especially at home, how would you go about doing this whole thing?
You know, first thing is with wrestling, you gotta love it. It's really a labor of love. You can't do it for the money. You're not gonna make it if you're thinking about doing it for the money, because you're gonna be only getting paid beans in the beginning, and you're gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna do this, you know, because it's way too hard, you know. But you gotta love it. Stay away from backyard wrestling. Get you a trainer that's reputable, that's gonna, you know, at least I always say, give you a half a chance at making it. If you can do that, you're on the right track. But if you're just out there spinning your wheels doing backyard wrestling, you're never gonna make it to a level of WWE. Those guys in that ring, it's really true what they say. Don't try it at home, because those guys are true professionals at what they do. They get hurt on a regular basis, and a lot of them get injured, you know, very often as well.
Royal Rumble, I mean, you surprised us a few times getting off the announcer table and getting into the ring. Anyway, do you think there's a chance of that happening again at all? Because, you know, there's people waiting.
You know, that's the one time of the year that I'm always looking forward to, is on the Royal Rumble, because you never know who's gonna, you know, show up first and foremost, and that's the one time of the year, you know, you could get lucky. You know, I could have got lucky, you know, in the Royal Rumble those couple of times, you know. But definitely, you'll see me back in the ring again, doing something right now. But definitely, you'll see me back in the ring, doing something, you know, but maybe just once.